undersea inhabitants of the Sea of Cortez is the giant Pacific manta ray. The manta was caught in nets or speared by fishermen. Once frequently seen by divers, the manta has vanished from many parts of Cortez.
I learned everything I know about the ocean from the media. From books, TV shows, documentaries. I really learned to love shark and manta ray films. These films also took me down into the water and helped me see what kinds of threats are out there in our ocean. And so even from a young age, I felt compelled to do something about it. As a kid, I would imagine myself being in those documentaries, getting to dive below the surface, exist among the sea creatures, even for just a little bit. Probably the first memory I have of interacting with any marine life, I was tide pooling in pre-K. I fell in love with the ocean on another level. I fell in love with rays specifically because there's just such a peacefulness and a gracefulness to the way that they move through the water. A lot of the times, that's the sort of peace and grace that I feel when I'm in the water. But as I got older, it became harder and harder to imagine myself in those films and books. All I was ever exposed to were documentaries that had the perspectives of straight men. And so I had to ask myself, was marine science something that a queer woman could do? It was really something that kind of clicked for me. I think maybe like high school, where I was like, am I not straight? Like, is that what this is? I was really lucky because the ocean became such a safe place for me after coming out. I grew up in a really religious household. Anytime my family went around people of the LGBT+ community, I was always told, don't look at them, don't pay attention to them. God, doesn't love them. I tried so hard to fit into the box that my family wanted for me. I struggled a lot during that time. And it made me start to wonder, what else have I let others dictate about my life?
I am at the Sea Stallion Scuba dive shop, and I'm going to not only get fitted today, I'm also doing my just general orientation today too. For orientation, I think it's just going to be a quick overview of what to expect from the class. It's one thing for me to do the online course, it's another thing to be in the dive shop, talking to the instructor, picking out my gear, and getting ready for my next step. It feels really tangible, it feels real. So
We're going to start at masks and we're going to go down the wall. Okay? Your mask is literally the most important piece of your equipment because it's literally the window to the underwater world. So the way that a mask fits you properly, I'm going to demonstrate it to you. Okay, so you're going to put it on your face, you're going to inhale, it'll stay there, your voice will change because I'm still inhaling through my nose, and then as you pull this away gently, That little suction noise means that it's a good seal. If you don't get that good suction seal, then water's going to get in. So try a bunch of them on, go with your gut, see which one you like. That.
That one was really good. That one
Yep.
fits so
Feel your
well.
eyeballs move with that one?
Yeah, I did.
Yep, there you go. Cool. Gently. Good Lord. You fit into the next most important piece of your equipment. Now what I want you to do is snug it down.
I decided to get scuba certified so that I could really experience marine life firsthand. Part of the conservation and marine conservation aspects of the work that I want to do are storytelling. I want to be able to tell stories about the ocean that no one has heard before. Scuba certification goes hand in hand with getting to experience that.
Next time people look that one on you, you know what?
So trying on gear and picking it out was really so fun. It made me kind of like start to envision myself diving for the first time. It really just makes me so excited to get in the water on Saturday.
Alrighty, so that's it. 8 o'clock next week. Make sure all your homework's done.
So we'll do this and then gently turn it on.
Yes.
Okay.
When you hear the hiss, just let go of the first button. So you could just turn this on. The problem with that is, guys, is when it's your equipment, you want to protect your $800 regulator, your first stage. So you want to ease the air in. So to do that, what we're going to do.
Today's my first day in the pool. I already put together my gear, like my BCD and my tank, so I feel really confident about that. We're gonna like go in the pool and like figure out like buoyancy and like really get to breathe underwater, and so I'm super excited. So it's really a unique opportunity to be able to breathe on scuba for the first time and be able to do it on my birthday. It makes it just like extra special for me.
Dangling. Make sure it's set up nice and tight. So like that. There you go. You look marvelous. All right. So the first thing I want you guys to do, I want you to put the regulator up in your mouth. I want you to stick your face in the water. And I want you to breathe.
The ocean has always been a good place for me to be just the truest version of myself. It's just this place of being home. Like nothing could go wrong whenever I'm there. But like now, every time I go to the beach with my wife, Angel, other, quite frankly, men would stare. They would say really awful things about queer people. People can be really mean. I shouldn't have to think about whether or not I'm safe whenever I go to somewhere that I feel most at home. It just kind of deters me from wanting to pursue a career in the ocean.
All right, guys. Well done today. Well done. You've only been weightless for half hour. Your body likes being weightless. When you get out of this pool, you're gonna feel really heavy. Use your upper body to pull yourself out. And if you don't have that upper body strength, that's okay. There's no shame in crawling out. All right?
It's so heavy. No, thank you. Next weekend I get to do this in the ocean. It was a great birthday present.
Your passion is your passion. It's the thing that you love most in the world. Whenever you're not doing that, instead of going towards something that's really life-giving, you're going towards the opposite, which is something that is really draining. Whenever you're constantly in that state of doing things that are not life-giving to you, like, it's really easy to kind of slip into a really negative headspace and to believe things that aren't true about yourself and to lose sense of who you are as a person. A whole aspect of who I was just completely lost and unaccounted for, and I didn't fully feel like myself at the time. And I wasn't. The moment I really woke up was whenever I was watching a documentary one night. It was about women who were in conservation, all of the great things that they were doing. And it was really an amazing documentary because it highlighted women from all backgrounds doing all of these amazing things. People from all over the world that had come from nothing, people that had worked their way up. But I just remember at the end, I was just waiting for them to mention someone a part of the LGBT+ community. And I was shocked whenever they didn't. It was one of those really defining moments when I realized that people are still not highlighting LGBT+ communities. There's been a lot of progress, but there's still work that needs to be done. One of the key lines, right, one of the guiding quotes of that film was, "You can't be what you can't see." And that just hit me so hard because I was like, I have never truly seen myself in this field, and it's been one of the biggest barriers to me actually pursuing it. So I realized at the end of the day, I had to be what I couldn't see. Oh my God, I felt so many things. I felt so mad. Like, I felt so mad that I'd wanted this for so long. And the only person keeping me from it was like myself. Right? Like, at the end of the day, I knew what I wanted to do, and I chose to let everyone else tell me that I couldn't do it. And I was so mad that I let them come first. I have seen the statistics of how much of our ocean is dying. I have seen, the numbers for how many sharks and rays and elasmobranchs we kill every year. I can't just sit around and be like, I love the ocean, and then not do anything about it. And then allow this lack of visibility to keep other people from doing it as well. It seems impossible to start a journey when no one's given you the map. But sometimes you just have to take the first step and see where you end up.
Your buddy right next to you. One buddy is going to be looking at Mother Ocean because nothing pisses Mother Ocean off more than you turning your back to her. But once everybody's in, got their fins on, and we're going to go into about 10 or 15 feet of water or so, and then we're going to do our descent. Does everybody feel good? Yeah. Ready to rock?
Yeah.
As my son says, let's do this thing, Papa. ready. I'll let Marino lead. Well done. We're right on time when I told you, old man. We'll debrief and we'll go over tables. Okay? Good job.
Yeah, I just like, that was just so fun. Even on like an average day of visibility, like just being able to like be down there and just like swim around and like actually look at things and actually like take my time and like explore around. I just can't wait to go back out there again.
Wait for 1 minute. So we're going to enter the water by doing the backwards roll entry. Remember, hold the back of your mask, the front of your mask, and your regulator. Just relax.
I think getting scuba certified helped me to finally see myself for the first time. It helped me to see myself as both a marine conservationist and as a queer woman. I do still struggle with the doubts and the imposter syndrome that creeps in and says, I don't belong here. But every day, I'm learning to prove myself wrong. I found out I was accepted into grad school. And somehow, with no formal education in science, I was accepted into the one and only program I applied for. It was a dream come true. I actually get to learn how to be a marine conservationist. Once it hit me, like, wow, I'm really doing this, I wanted to try and accomplish another dream of mine. If I'm really going to go study endangered sharks and rays, I really needed to experience them for myself.
It's so clear. I'm obsessed.
The reason I love rays so much is because they're a little different. They're misunderstood by a lot of people. But their role in the ecosystem is so important. And I like to think that even though I may be different from most marine conservationists, my perspective as a queer woman in science is just as important. I might not be accepted. I'm going to encounter barriers that I've never encountered before. Will people take my work as seriously because I'm queer, right? All of these questions that I have because this is my first time entering this field and because I don't know a lot of people that have ever done this before. As exciting as it is to be pursuing this, it's also a little scary. It almost feels like coming out in a sense. I, for so long, have made this part smaller. I know that I can overcome that fear. I know that I can do it. I am fully out and I'm fully proud, and I am a queer marine conservationist.